Here we go again. Back to back days with rain and thunder. Here we go again. Now it's not raining too hard. But nonetheless, it's raining. So the goal tonight is to capture some frames of lightning as we did the night before. And the night before we didn't really get too much. So I'm going up in the storm. It's lightly raining and I have no idea where the storm is at. So you kind of have to do a perimeter check to see where you think might be your best position. The other thing you need to do is frame your shot. I talked about this in my other video. If lightning's going to happen, you want it to happen in a beautiful setting. You want some skyline, you want some buildings, you want some cars. You just don't want to get the sky. So you want to frame your shot. You also don't want to be moving too much, because if you're moving too much, and if you're moving to the side, you're not going to get a clean frame with the lightning. And the only way you're going to capture the lightning is with the frames, because it's impossible to capture lightning with the picture because it happens so fast. Some of the footage you're going to see is at 10% slow motion. Some of it's at 30%. If I don't slow it down, you just won't see it. But some of the footage was absolutely amazing. And some of the frames were also really, really nice. So a lot's going to happen in this video. I'm going to lose my battery power several times because I recycled through all my batteries. I was charging them as we were flying, and then as soon as they got to 40%, I would put the battery back in and pop back up and just try to capture as much as I could. I just had no idea the storm would be so long and that I would go through every battery. And when I tried to get the Mavic 2 up, I just couldn't get it to I couldn't get it to accept on the smart controller. It just was stuck on the Air 2S, and I just didn't have a whole lot of time to mess with it. So it's a little bit chaotic because a lot was going on. We had wind, we had rain, we had the cat that got on the roof. I had a pizza being delivered again. It was just a nightmare. Yeah, so the footage I got still pretty intense. So that's downtown Cleveland. And I can't stress how important it is to have the zoom. The 2x zoom is phenomenal. The 4x zoom is not going to give you a nice frame, but that 2x zoom is so critical for shots like this, and I'll show you later why. So it's already gotten darker, and I'm already on I don't know how many batteries, and this is the first thing that actually happens. And I had to slow motion this because it happened so fast. It was like within 2 frames. So that's a 10% slow motion that you just saw. But some of the frames were fantastic. Now you can't really see any of this when you're flying. You see flashes, but you don't actually see those bolts unless you slow it down. So this was pretty incredible. There was definitely some intensity over Cleveland. And I'm trying to stay up in the air as long as I can. I'm being forced land half the time because my battery power is just going. And then I got to override and pop back up. So a lot going on. I captured a couple strikes there. a few more here. As you can see, I'm trying not to land. I'm trying to stay up. It's incredible how much timing plays into this. Because if you go up too soon, which I did, I should have waited for that storm to kick in a little more before I went up with my first battery. But I got a little bit more lightning. I'm just trying to stay above the trees, and the drone just wants to keep landing. So I pop back up again and recycle the battery. And I'm thinking, okay, I think I missed most of it because my timing wasn't too good. But still raining. There's still thunder. There's some flashes in the sky. And again, I'm making a bad move here. I'm moving around too fast. So if I did get a lightning strike, I'm not going to get a clean frame. So when you do move slow. Don't do like I'm doing here. It was too fast. So I'm searching. I'm trying to keep my drone above the trees, but I know I'm going to land at any second. So I'm giving it one more look. A couple more flashes here and there. Again, I'm going too fast. I need to slow down. If I'm going to capture anything clean, I have to be set in position. So I'm going back up one more time, overriding the battery. Again, nice lightning. My mistake, it's moving too much. So you can see it's just not clean. So even if you go frame by frame, you're not going to get a good shot. I can't stress how important it is to find your spot, keep it smooth, and if you have to move, go slow, really slow. So I'm back up and I'm just looking, trying to move slow. Sometimes you get lucky. Just a little too fast. I did get a good frame out of it, but just a little too fast. And again, stressing, stay in a spot and keep it slow and smooth, and you'll capture some incredible lightning frames. So at this point I zoomed in to 4 and I zoomed back out so you can see the difference. This is no good. There's no good frames that are going to come from this. But I wanted to show you what it was like when you're not zoomed in on the storm. So a few more flashes here and there. Again, battery's coming back down. I'm landing. Trying to stay up to its absolute last second, basically, because I know at any point something could happen like that, and I'm not going to be there to get it. So as I'm still being forced land again, I'm trying to capture the sky. So here I am landing again. When the wind picks up really severe, it can throw your drone around a little bit, but it's not too bad. So one more pop-up I'm trying. Here I am, a new battery. Didn't quite get it. Sometimes the lightning flashes so hard that it just kind of messes up the camera. The flash throws it off. Not all the time, but some of the time. So a few more flashes over the lake. That's pretty far away. A couple more flashes. Again, moving too fast. I'm moving too fast. I'm searching for the last little bit of lightning. I did get some incredible pictures, and the whole thing lasted a couple hours. But I went through every single battery, and I was going up at 40%, 50%, anything I had left from the charge that I did before I was going up. So these are some of the frames that I was able to get, and these are all unedited. These are straight from the drone, and you could see that the intensity of that lightning was brutal, whatever was happening over there. And the storm was everywhere, but I was just a little bit too far away to get anything really clean. But you can see how important that zoom plays a big part of whether or not you're going to get any frames or not. And there were a couple good ones, and I haven't gone through them all yet, but these were some of the ones that stood out right away. Sometimes you get that half frame, and that's just the flash throwing off the drone. I like this picture right here. So there were some really intense pictures. This is without the zoom. You can see there's a big difference. You always want to have that zoom. I wanted to put these in so you could see what I mean by clean lightning and the difference in the quality of the picture when it's a little bit closer. It makes a big difference, and some of the types of lightning are just incredible. These loops I've never seen before. That was the first time. In order to fly in the rain, you have to have a wetsuit. You have to protect the battery and the power button. It only takes about 3 minutes in the rain for the water to get inside the battery compartment. And when that happens, you get a warning message that says your battery has disconnected from your controller. And after that, you have about 3 seconds. And then the drone just drops right down to the ground. So by having the wetsuit, you're protecting the battery and the power button, and you also have the vents that are protected. It makes it very difficult for the rain to get inside the drone. The motors are aluminum brushless motors. They're designed to negotiate water so well that these are the same motors used in submersibles. So the reason why we have the prop covers isn't really for the rain, it's for sand, salt, and stones that can get inside the motors and block the props. So the wetsuit helps with that. It's the wetsuit that gives me the confidence to be able to go up in any storm. And that's with the Mavic 2, the Air 2, the Air 2S, the Mavic Pro, and the Mini 2. They all have the ability to negotiate the rain with the wetsuit to be able to capture something really, really amazing.